Alright guys, time to show you the biscuits and gravy add-on. We're going to go ahead and start with our gravy. A little simmering water, about a 1/4 inch at the bottom of a sauce pot. Throw our gravy in there and just let it kind of bubble away at medium heat. We grab our biscuits, about the size of a kid's head. Not quite the size of my head, but they're really big. We're going to bring them to the oven. If they don't fit, move them around so they do. Once again, they're ridiculously large. So go ahead and grab yourself a spoon. We're going to go ahead and mix up our gravy as it heats up. Go ahead and throw it on a back burner of your stove and make sure you put a lid on it to keep all that moisture inside of it. Make sure it's extra low. We don't want it to scorch. Hot pan, a little bit of oil. Go ahead and grab your eggs in a bowl. Crack your eggs in the bowl. I'm going to do 8 for this one, and I'll show you how it kind of caps on top of this lovely biscuits and gravy. 2 pads of butter. Seems like a lot of butter. It's because it is a lot of butter. Let it kind of get to the point where it's almost a brown. Go ahead and dump your eggs right on inside of there. A little bit of salt. Of course, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to actually turn this burner down just a little bit, down to medium heat. A little bit of pepper in there. And then we're going to pop those bubbles. Make sure that egg gets down to the surface of the pan. And then we're going to kind of shake the pan just a little bit just to start to get the releasing process happening. We want this to slide right out of the pan later. Lid on top, medium heat. Let it slowly cook for a bit while we work on our sage. We're going to pick each leaf off of our sage, kind of lay them down there. Our eggs are starting to cook quickly, so we're just going to check on them. Now we're really going to get that release. That's what we're looking for. We just want to make sure that it's not sticking to the pan. Throw the lid back on top and then put it on low heat. Just slow and low is going to be really good for these eggs. We want them to still be running when we pull them out later. You can see I'm stacking up the leaves, and we're going to roll them up. Run our knife through the sage. One way, it's called a chiffonade. And then once you've run it through that way, go ahead and turn it and then run it through the other way and then chop it all up a little bit. Checking in on our gravy now. Should be pretty darn hot. We're going to mix it up a little bit, give it a little bit of a taste just to see where we're at on seasoning. Needs a little bit of this, a little of that. Put all of your sage that you've chopped up in there. That's going to add that freshness. Some salt would be nice, and a little bit of pepper. You can salt it as much as you'd like, but I like a little bit of saltiness in my gravy. Go ahead and pull your eggs aside. We're going to turn the heat off of them. They're pretty much ready to rock at this point. We're just going to get that cheese over the top of them. Truffle gouda, cover it up, throw it on the back pilot, and just let that cheese melt. Pulling out our biscuits. They're ready to go, and they're humongous. We are also going to taste our gravy to make sure it's ready to go after we mix it up. And it is right where I like it. Thank you, Annie Kim. Best recipe ever. I've been eating it since I was a kid. Biscuit, massive. One's almost enough for this whole thing. I'm going to grab a little bit more of another one as I break it up. And then just get your gravy over the top. Super easy, plate up. And then we grab our eggs. They should be ready. The cheese, truffle gouda is melted over the top. Slide it right on top of there. And it's nice because there is still a nice little ruddiness to the eggs there. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to open up our delicious batch of cinnamon rolls from Alex Altoff, our pastry chef. You can heat those in the toaster oven or in your microwave if you'd like. It's a quick, easy plate up. The cordial goes in first from Nathaniel Smith, then a little bit of OJ that's freshly squeezed. Push it forward, pop goes the weasel, and then pour that cava on in there and mimosas for days. So that's the meal, guys. I hope you enjoy this one. Biscuits and gravy, cinnamon rolls, mimosas. It's a good one. We love it. Let us know your feedback, and have a great breakfast, guys.